The whole world is talking about electrical vehicles. Tesla has made major gains and Tesla has had profits for 5 years in a row. This means Tesla will start moving down the value chain and stop targeting middle class customers and even go behind the smaller cars. So far, the automobile majors, either Japanese or the Americans or the Koreans, have not concentrated much on electric vehicles. Some high end cars have gone electric, but the common mass market models have not gone electric. The government of India has set a target of going 30% electric. What are the possibilities? What will happen? Let's take a look. Welcome back to Berich. There was a survey done by the government. A report was submitted. They have assumed that crude prices will be at $60. That is erroneous. Crude prices will not be at $60. Crude prices would have collapsed because if India is going to have 30% in EV, then the price of crude will be sub 20s because the developed markets would have gone completely electric and China would have adopted more than 70% electric vehicle and demand for crude would have completely collapsed. So they assume that India will save $14 billion in forex. That is untrue. India will save far less than $14 billion. In fact, at $60, if you are going to save $14 billion, at the price of $30, which is where I expect peak, if the world adopts EV, then we are going to save only $7 billion. Where is the major problem for Indian finances? It is good for environment, it's good for road safety, it's good for everybody if it goes electric. But government finances are going to take a big hit. In the first 6 months of the years, the only thing that has gone well for the government in revenue collection is excise duty from petrol and diesel. Petrol and diesel prices have been raised repeatedly to take advantage of lower crude prices. So, excise on petrol and diesel have collected nearly 1,29,000 crores, which is a lot of money. This money is gone to the government's pocket straight away. Even before that, for last 25 years, across all governments, revenue from petrol and diesel and fuel, because it was the biggest source of income. This is because it is very difficult to cheat in case of fuels because it's at a tap bunk at which you dispense it and money can be collected easily. All governments, irrespective of party in power, have been squeezing the common man and making a lot of money on fuel. But all this will end because we have spoiled our people by teaching them electricity is free. There's a farmer group, there's a lower middle class group which wants power free. We have never been able to charge a proper price for power. What is going to happen is people can charge their house, charge the car from their own electricity supply in the house. So there is going to be a spike in demand for electricity and a complete decline in source of fuel prices. You cannot charge 100%, 200% duty on electric power. The cost of producing power is between 4 and 5. As renewables come, it will remain constant at 4 to 5. The revenue made by sale of 1 liter of diesel or petrol, both by state and central government, is 59 rupees. So every time you fill in 30 liters for your car, you are going to pay 1,600 to 1,800 rupees as tax. You cannot tell a customer that if you charge the car fully, you have to pay me 1,800 tax. That is a big hit for both state and central government. The bigger worry is in the price of car. To encourage electronic vehicles, we have kept GST at 5%. You can't make it 43%. As technology evolves, electronic vehicles will have fewer parts to manage and therefore a huge number of EVs will come into India and they will be very cheap at 5% GST. Today, the government is milking money by taxing autos at 43% GST for cars and about 36 or 35% for bikes. Even that lucrative revenue is going to vanish So it is going to be not at 1,29,000 crores. About 2 lakh crores from India's revenue will disappear directly. Then there is another problem. Based on the IC engine, we have a huge ecosystem of value added manufacturing where big groups are manufacturing auto components. Let us assume that all these companies will transition to even electrical component manufacturing. The sad truth is there are not enough components to manufacture for an electric car. Unless you have an IC engine, you don't need hundreds of components for each car. As the components die out, automatically these industries will take a pain or they have to innovate. This in Haryana and Tamil Nadu are employing millions of people already, directly and indirectly. They are going to be out of jobs and we have to find jobs for them. This is a big problem. Then there is another problem of a semi-literate big bunch of people who are running roadside mechanic shops, especially for two-wheelers. If Bajaj has already launched two scooters, electric scooters, at a lakh and a lakh and 50,000, if these electric scooters pick up traction as the price drops, you are going to find that the roadside mechanic has no job, and you are going to have people in the age of 40 to 50 who do not have employment, and another big social problem unless we find a solution. So, while EV is great, it is going to create more fiscal and social problems for India. There is also another problem because the world is going towards a point where everybody need not own a private vehicle. Mass transport systems have to be arranged so that public can move from one space to another, like your metro rail. India does not have enough since we have been running a perpetual deficit for more than 2 decades. India is in no position to invest in infrastructure. If you get private parties to come to invest in infrastructure, there is going to be more trouble because the tickets prices they will put will make these metro trains unviable. So this is a catch 22 situation that a future government will face 15 years from now. There is a company called Ather in which Hero Motors has made a big investment. That company has launched scooters. Why am I talking about this today? Is because a young friend known to me has already bought an Ather scooter. He says the most popular brand today for gearless scooter is Honda. Honda Dio top end cost between 1 lakh and 1 lakh 5,000. The young friend of mine tells me that the Ather scooter is only 20 to 25,000 rupees costlier. So even if he has paid 1 lakh 25 to 1 lakh 30,000 for the car, Ather scooter, it's running fine for last 6 months. And he travels quite a bit on his scooter. So he will spend 3,000 rupees of petrol every month. He is just charging it from the charging point in his house. And there is no major expense. He is able to run it, do his daily errands, and he sees no discomfort in driving that vehicle. He is saving 3 to 4,000 rupees a month. That means in a single year he is going to get 40,000. So the extra money he spent is recovered in the first year, and he is going to get a 15,000. These companies will compete with each other to give 3 years and 4 years guarantee, and then because there is no rotating parts that have to be replaced, so the cost of service is going to be very less. And what you are going, like Telsa initially gave lifetime guarantee and money has reduced it now. What will happen is within 3 years, the person will recover the entire cost of scooter only on petrol bills. That is not possible. What did I say? Suppose I spent 1 lakh 25,000 on a scooter. So I save 40,000 rupees of fuel bill. In 3 years, I would have made lakh and 20,000. Even if I sell the scooter for scrap, it makes a profit. If I run it for one more year, then I make a net gain. So the case is compelling. India is going to face a huge fiscal hole, both at the center and state level. Thank you for watching Berich. If you like this video, press the subscribe button of my channel, hit the like button and turn on the bell notification. If you use Kindle, you can buy the book using the Kindle link given below. If you want a hard copy, send a message to the WhatsApp number given below and my team would get in touch with you. At the very end, if you want to get in touch with me, please send a mail to berichenglish@gmail.com. I am grateful for your support of Berich.